I would say my style is minimal. I think it's reflective of a lifestyle I've chose to follow. My name is Seve Robinson from Syracuse, New York, currently residing in Harlem, USA. Trying to get myself to a point where I'm living just off of what's necessary. Anything in excess, I'm trying to cut all of that out and just have, everything in my life be for a purpose and exist for a purpose. The pieces I choose, they have to coexist. So everything must have a purpose, have a place. So my style reflects that. Everything I own, I try to keep it minimal. It actualizes X, Y, and Z. I've always been into fashion and clothing, and naturally I've always gravitated toward, what's the coolest brand, what's the hottest brand, what is everybody wearing, what is everybody wearing, what is everybody doing. I sat back one day and I thought, I'm essentially every morning getting fly to look fly for people who are getting fly to look fly for me. I kind of just decided one day that I want to leave that behind, leave the idea of buying something or purchasing something to keep up with or be as cool as XYZ or whoever is the hottest person out. Everybody has their own thing, everybody can do their own thing, so why try to be something for other people, and why not be for yourself? Freedom in buying for self and dressing for self is you don't have to worry about, or you don't find yourself worrying about, what's the coolest thing, what's the hottest. This is what I want to do. This is what fits me. This is what fits what I'm trying to do, and you go. It's not as difficult because you're not hunting with thousands of other people trying to get a limited run of a screen printed T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? You're buying for necessity. I'm buying this T-shirt because I'm going to wear this T-shirt, and this T-shirt fits. The challenge comes where you're looking for pieces that do fit in your wardrobe and that will sort of exist in this capsule you've built that matches or goes back to everything else. I think that's where the difficulty is. I buy neutral colors. If you stay in neutral colors, you win. Neutral colors are the shiz. Part of the reason I decided to become minimal is because in the mornings, so I went to fashion school. Every day was like, it's just like a fashion show. Like you have to, and I would spend so much time in the morning. Like if I didn't lay out my clothes the night before, I would spend quite a bit of time trying to pick out my outfits and be late for class or late for work. It's a little part of becoming minimal. It's like, if I didn't have to worry about, and once you stop caring about, exactly what everybody else is concerned about you having on, you can just hop up and go. I mean, my wardrobe mainly consists of, a couple statement jackets, a lot of sweatshirts, a lot of t-shirts, basic colors, maybe 4 or 5 of each. It's like quitting any drug, I guess. It always pulls you and always calls you. Even in clothes, sometimes I'm like, oh, this jacket is so nice, but it's like, you always have to remind yourself, will this jacket, how many wears are you gonna get out of this jacket? This is a jacket you can wear, daily, is how I like to look at it. Can I put this on and wear it, and would I be able to get away with it if I wore it, 5 days a week, 7 days a week? Low key, my mom was a super fly. Even to this day, like her aesthetic is very minimal, very clean, almost preppy sailor, but not quite. There's a urban feel to it as well. I remember being little and her like decking us out in Oshkosh and Lacoste, and we was in the hood, so like people used to call us, say, you got your boys just like little white boys. I had no idea what that meant at the time, just like little white boys. Looking back, I'm like, oh, it's because we were, looked really neat and clean. So growing up, we didn't have a whole bunch. We didn't have a whole lot. I remember going to school and always wanting to be as cool as the other kids. They all had Jordans or the latest Nikes or the latest clothes, and we always shopped at Marshalls, and so which also contributes to part of where my style comes from now is the having to make the best of what you have, and making that the coolest, or doing whatever you can to it to make it look like, so I may not have dropped $500 on this jacket or $80 on this t-shirt, but I can make it look like I did. I can make you think I did. I can wear these H&M jeans and make you think they sung wrong. You couldn't tell no difference until I walk up on you. Two of my favorite brands, two of the brands that I follow the most, Killian. I love Killian. Their aesthetic is very minimal, which is what attracted me to them. And I also like Represent clothing. It's a London-based clothing brand, Represent clothing, and their aesthetic is is minimal as well. They do follow trends a little closer, but two great brands, I think, personally. Traveling is very important for style, because I feel because you can look online, you can look on TV, in magazines, and see all these crazy different types of styles, but to go there and actually like see it in motion, see it in action, and see these people and meet and speak to these people, that's the thing that's missing from a lot of this. You can actually sit down and talk to somebody and ask somebody, hey, where did you get those pants? Or, where did you get your, oh, I like how you put that together. Like, and I've done that to people. So when it comes to brand loyalty, I don't think people are as loyal to brands as they once were, because people want more, and a single brand can't offer everything a person wants. So, style and price, some brands, offer the styles and, and the silhouettes and the looks, but the prices are ridiculous. Some and other brands offer the styles and looks and silhouettes, and the prices are affordable. So that's why you have, somebody pairing their Givenchy sweatshirt with their Zara jeans. If I had to pick one store to fill my wardrobe with at this moment, it would have to be Top Man. I know, a lot of people say, oh, fast fashion, but Top Man, the European aesthetic, I like, it works for me. I love Top Man stuff. Most things I own are Top Man. Most things I own are Top Man. I love Top Man. I think big brands and big corporations, I think in a lot of ways they stifle creativity, because their vision or their view is only concerning dollars. So it doesn't matter how cool something is or how how neat an idea is, if they don't think it's going to pull in dollars, then your idea, your creativity has no place there. They want you to be creative in a sandbox. They put you in a sandbox and say you can be creative here. Whereas small brands have the room to, you know, go play in the desert. You know, we're gonna do whatever we want, however we want, whenever we want. Look at brands like Public School. Look at brands like Control Sector. Look at brands like Represent. These are all smaller brands who are able to move and do and create some really interesting things. As a designer, you're like, you know, I have these other designs, and your merchants are only concerned about what's selling, and, you know, not wanting to hear or see. You know, that can be very stifling, and that can be very frustrating for a designer.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Attribute.
Back here at square one, like I just did the home base run. Without winning any bases though. All basic reasoning out the window. Ron Brown shit, Eric Sermon style, like I got kicked off a cloud. Method Man 95. Rap references because you get them all.
I don't really have one source where I pull from. I mean, who does, right? But I feel like I find certain things on the internet, and I try to take little pieces of it and I combine it into my own thing.
There's certain trends among the clothing, right? So I'm not talking about styles, you know, that's very obvious, right? Bomber jackets, fitted jeans. But I'm also talking about the way the clothes actually fit the person.